What's happening? Lord Scientific, that y'all hollering at y'all one time. I want to share some interesting shit with y'all real quick, man. About the homie Pac. A little parallel. I got a lot of parallels with the homie, man. That's the reason why I said that in that little freestyle video I did. 2.0 version of Pac thing, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that, I wasn't saying that just out the side of my neck and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just cause it sounded fly. You know, me and the homie got a lot of similar experiences. I'm gonna share one of them with y'all. Pac went to jail pretty much for something he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with me. I went to jail 2003 on a robbery charge that I ain't have nothing to do with. That didn't happen. If I had to bet my money, the shit didn't even happen. You know, it's a frame up and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got knowledge of self as far as understanding that who God was, which is the black man. You know, or we should say, or put it like this: finding out that the black race is the divine race. You know what I'm saying? But before that, you know, I always been, you know, a revolutionary thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like ever since a little nigga, man. Once I found out what we went through as far as slavery and all that, you know, you usually find it out around 8, 9 or something like that. Since then, you know, I never took the racist approach to it, but I always understood that the system was never built for us. You know what I'm saying? It was always built to keep black people down. I've been knowing that since like 8 or 9, you know what I'm saying? So from that point on, that's how I orientated myself to the world, like understanding that, you know what I'm saying? So I've been, I've been a revolutionary thinker, but I came to the understanding of the spiritual aspect of it when I got locked up, and via 5% Nation of Gods on Earth. Now, before I got locked up, we had got our hands on some books, me and one of the homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too much into detail because I want to save some for the whole story that I plan on giving y'all. But me and one of the homies, you know, we bumped into one of the gods before I even knew the inside scoop on what the Nation of Gods on Earth was. You know, we were just familiar with it through you know, the rappers and whatnot, Woo and Rye, you know what I'm saying? And still wasn't really familiar. We just knew they called each other gods. And I actually asked that question before I got locked up. I was like, damn, I wonder why they call each other gods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I came up with a cool answer, but I'm gonna save that for the whole, you know, just giving y'all a little preview, but I'm gonna say that part for the whole story. The story I gotta tell when I'm showing and proving this whole messiahship that my life is manifesting, whatever. But anyway, back to the Pac thing. So, you know, then we bump into we asked that question, and we actually came in contact with a 5%er, and you know, he hit one of the homies that we was selling bud and shit, and this is one of my niggas customers or whatever, and he said he asked the nigga my nigga said he asked him one day, like, man, what he asked him about Babylon or something, and shit, man, but like about a couple days later, man, the homie came back with a gang of books and shit. So son just hit a nigga off in his book of life and shit, you know what I'm saying? He had the mathematics and shit in there. Before a nigga knew what the mathematics was, supreme alphabets, you know what I'm saying? He didn't explain it to us, he just gave us all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say peace to Malachi, man, wherever you at out there in the world, bro, cause that was a major key, you know what I'm saying? Nigga gave us his book of life. That was like, you know, he probably had copies of it and shit too. I know I would have even with but a book of life, that's just like a bunch of notes and things you make note of in your studies and journeys throughout life. It's like your personal Bible, you know what I'm saying, or Quran or whatever you rock with, you know, but however you want to explain it. But anyway, So boom, you know, the first 2 black books I've read, or conscious books, or whatever you want to call it, or black studies books, for lack of a better phrase, was Isis Papers. That took my symbolism game subconsciously. It took my symbolism game to another level. Without me even really noticing it till later on down the line. Then Destruction of Black Civilization, and those 2 books right there. I read those 2, and I got locked up shortly after that. And when I got down to the penitentiary and shit, bumped into this cat named Magnificent Allah. Magnificent to God, you know what I'm saying? Peace to Magnificent, wherever you at, big bro. Appreciate you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Forever indebted, boy. He pretty much enlightened me and brought me into the understanding. Actually, he didn't. Cause I asked him, you know what I'm saying? First, we was just, you know, cause I always, you know, I'm a thinker, so, you know, as far as religion goes, I always had a whole bunch of questions about religion and life in general, but I always had questions, you know. Even when I was little, I used to always ask my old man a lot of questions and shit, and I never grew out of that, you know. That's what a lot of our kids fall short at, you know what I'm saying, and it comes from the parents shunning the question asking. This subconsciously makes the child feel like asking questions is wrong, and I understand it be, you know, be a lot of questions and shit, you know what I'm saying, but you got to answer them questions, you know what I'm saying. I ain't saying every now and then you can tell them to let you make it, but for the most part, man, don't never shut that down, you know what I'm saying. Your kids ask a lot of questions, whatever you do, and if you do have to shut it off, make sure you do it in a manner in which will not make them feel as if they're doing something wrong by asking a lot of questions, because that's what you're supposed to be doing while you're down here, you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to be asking questions. You're here to learn, period. Knowledge of self and everything around you, you know what I'm saying. So never do that, you know what I'm saying. My pops didn't do it, and I kept the mentality, you know. It went from me just asking questions to just questioning things in general, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people lose that and get caught up into the illusion of the world, and they don't question things no more. That's why they easily led astray, you know what I'm saying. You see something on TV, you just believe it automatically. Or you hear something, you believe it. You don't, or why this or why that? You don't do that. You don't question things. That's why you're led astray. You end up a stiff-necked, rebellious Negro. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You don't want to be a stiff-necked, rebellious Negro. Anyway, boom. So, you know, me and Matt, we used to build all the time. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the shit he was saying, or a lot of when he was putting me on the science and the mathematics, it was aligning with stuff that I was already thinking in my mind years before I ever even imagined I'd be locked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's why it was so easy for me to take to it, because I'm like, damn, this nigga is answering questions that I asked myself years ago, or he's saying things or coming to certain conclusions that I came to a long time ago before. That's how I knew it was I was on to something. I just couldn't grasp the concept of a man being God, because I had been brainwashed through the Christian thing for so long. And I don't even want to call it the Christian thing, because Christianity is really live. What we think Christianity is what the problem is. But you know, when you go into the understanding of what the real Christian what Christianity really is outside of what the church gives you, then that's when you're on the right path. A lot of niggas get this information and they start bashing the Bible. I'm not one of them. I take the Bible and decode the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Jews and it's all based, the Bible is all based upon, I'm not saying they haven't remixed some shit in there here and there, but if you look at the Bible, man, for the most part, it's all based on ancient African science, you know what I'm saying? Just like Islam and any religion worth its weight in gold, all traces back to Africa, man. Trust me on that. You know what I'm saying? Bet your money on it. But anyway, I just couldn't grasp it. I was like, damn. I said, man, everything you telling me, man, I'm rocking with, man, but I don't understand how the black man is God. Well, how am I God? And he was like, told me the best shit he could ever tell me. He said, man, you got to find that out on your own. And really, he said that knowing it wouldn't be healthy for him to give me his interpretation. But ultimately, you don't have no choice but to find it out on your own, because I can tell you anything. But if you don't come into the conclusion of that through your own research and through your own studies and through your own experiences in life, you're never gonna know. You'll believe. See, I could just say, well, yeah, I believe you because all the other shit you saying is cool, so I believe that. But I was like, man, everything you saying is on point. I can't grasp the concept of me being God though. And then I started I ended up getting the 120, which is what we study in the Nation of Gods and Earth. It comes from the Nation of Islam lessons, but with us, with Nation of Islam, you had to go through certain steps to get to these actual lessons. And then the founder of 5% Nation of God's Earth, Father Allah, peace be upon his name, he kind of went rogue with it, you know what I'm saying, like renegade with it. He was like, nah, man, I'm gonna take these. He made it to where he could get the lessons. Then he took it and just started freely speaking on it in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So you didn't have to go through all the things you would have to go through as a member of the Nation of Islam to get to the lessons. It was just like he was on the corner that day where he was shooting dice and smoking that good old, and he was kicking that shit. You was gonna get it, you know what I'm saying? But and even within the Nation of God and Earth, though, we still have a proper protocol, I guess, to say, you don't just give it to anybody, you know what I'm saying? You have to memorize each lesson and each degree in steps, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll get you get it in bits and pieces. But anyway, I don't want to get too far, so I go more into detail in that with the full story. But yeah, so eventually, so it was two things. It was the lessons, and then I had books on just Black history and just because the lessons are within the context of 5% Nation of Gods and Earth or the Nation of Islam, but it's all, you have to decode it. It's not just, you don't take it on face value. That's one of the things my enlightenment magnificent told me off the rip. Don't take this face value. This is symbolism. So you have the symbolism right here of this. So the first thing that came to my mind, I said, okay, I'm looking at these lessons. I'm like, the more I'm learning, like these lessons is looking legit. But I was like, these lessons are going to have to line up with world history or these other books I'm reading. That's actually, these books, because the lessons is lessons they're put together. It's not a book. It's a consolidation or the consolidation of different lessons. You know what I'm saying? You got the mathematics, the alphabets, the 110, the 1 to 30, 1 to 40, solar facts. You know what I'm saying? It's a compilation of different sections and lessons, and so I was like, okay, I can dig these lessons. I was like, these lessons are gonna have to line up with all this study this stuff I'm learning from all these Black scholars. These lessons are gonna have to align with all the stuff that I'm learning in these quote unquote official books that are published and written by not just Black authors, but Black authors in general. You know what I'm saying? Just writers throughout the world. And so it was. These things started lining up. I read my lessons, and then I read some stuff like, oh, okay, I might be reading something in a book, and then the book will have me to go back to the mathematics, and I'll be to decode it, something from the mathematics, something from one of the lessons, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, so this is lining up with that. This is what the lessons is saying in code. What the lessons is saying in code over here is the meaning of what this is. This over here is what this is cloaking. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. It's like, oh, okay. And eventually I came into the understanding of how we are the divine race. You know what I'm saying? It just boils back down to having a soul. You know what I'm saying? Your soul is what makes you a divine being. If you have a soul, you're divine. You know what I'm saying? Because the soul is God. You know what I'm saying? And all of our souls as a collective whole is what makes the one God. But we are all gods in our individual right as well, because the whole is made up of many different parts. You know what I'm saying? God one, it's one God, the God one. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I got it. Now, when you go back to Pac, on the other hand, unless he was moving incognito, if he, you know, that's the only explanation I can give outside of me saying that he didn't get it or grasp that concept, because he said he went through the same thing. He said the gods approached him in there, but his response to the gods was, if you God, open up them doors and let me out, and I'll be a 5% for life. So he was basing, you know, he still had a superstitious mentality, I want to say, of who and what God was. And the black man did open them doors, open up for him. Suge Knight, you know what I'm saying? You know, Suge, you know, he's a black man. I don't know what he subscribed to, but you're God by nature. I don't care if you believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you believe it or not. You're divine by nature. So eventually a black man did open the gates for him, or did something that allowed him to come home. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the whole, well, Jimmy Iovine paid Suge or whatever, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. But I think that's where he went wrong at, because at that point it was like, well, he don't know who he is. So when you don't know who you are, you are you're subject to anything these people want to do to you. So when you know who you are, it ain't too much they can do to you, you know, but little dumb shit like they doing with me, rumors and shit, gossip mill. But other than that, as far as killing you and shit and not locking you up and all, man, them people don't want no smoke with a nigga that know who he is. So you know, but he said the same thing I went through when I was telling you. I went through when I was telling you that I had the lessons, and then I had the world scholarship over here and lessons on this head. I just realized Pac said the same. He went through that same thing. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, man. I was listening to that last interview we did, and he was like, "Yeah, you know," he said, "I know the science of the 5 boroughs." He was like, "Oh, but New York should let me go there." You know what I'm saying? Because that's so small. You know, it's like a cool hometown. He said, I know the science of the 5 boroughs. He said, I know the science. And I'm listening to it. He kept saying, he was like, I know the science of the 5 boroughs. I'm listening. I'm like, man, when he keeps saying 5, I said the 5 boroughs, he's really speaking in code. He's really saying he knows the science of the 5%. And then the dude who was interviewing him was like trying to kind of go into it, but Pac kept taking the conversation like, you can see how Pac would take the conversation another place, you know what I'm saying? It was like he didn't want to get too deep into the 5% teachers on there. That's why he was like, yeah, I know the science of the 5 boroughs, but New York should let me go there. I get somebody to do that. You know, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, I get somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else to do that. You know what I'm saying? And blah, 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 blah. And he was like, because I know the science of the 5 boroughs, but I also know it's a whole another world out there too, or something like that. He said, go check the last interview Pac did out. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Pac was a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. He and I'm listening to him like, damn, this nigga saying the same shit in code that I went through when I was locked up, because that's the same approach I came to it with. I was like, man, because like I said, I had already read books before I read them 2 books before I got locked up. Plus, I always been conscious, you know, for the most, you pretty much say I've been conscious to a certain degree my whole life. You know, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, damn, this nigga, just go listen to the interview. He's like, man, I know the science of the 5 boroughs. You gotta listen to the verbiage he uses. When he said, I know the science of the 5 boroughs, he was like, yeah, he's like, I know the 5 boroughs. I know the science of it. Blah, 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 blah. When he said that, that's when I kind of clicked. I said, hold on, man, this nigga, because, you know, and that part of the interview always was like kind of like not fuzzy, But it was always kind of weird to me because I mean, I heard the interview way when it first came out, like, back before I even got locked up and shit. So it was always like, for some reason, I just got this weird. It was always, that part of the interview was always weird when he said that. It's like I was always subconsciously like what is he saying with, what is he saying? And obviously you would be like, well, he's just saying, the rap style. But then, now that I know that I got the science and listening to the way he was speaking when he said that, I said, oh, this nigga is like, and then he goes on further into the interview to say, I don't know if it was the same interview that he said the gods approached him. It was that interview or the interview he did with Sway. But he really was talking about the 5% nation of gods on earth when he was like the 5 boroughs. He's like, I know the 5 boroughs, man. I've been through I know the science of that, but I also know it's a world history too. It's like the 5% nation of gods on earth. You say that's like a cool ass hometown. Now, I understand what he's saying completely when he says that, because, and not to downplay the nation of gods on earth, because that's what I came through, so that's my foundation. So I would never downplay that, that's forever in my heart, even though, but we don't, I know a lot of people get stuck and trapped into that one institution, because that's an institution. It's a nation. Excuse me. It's a nation, but it's a nation with a form of teaching you what you need to know. But it's many different other areas. All of our history and our science is fragmented. So I know a lot of brothers, they become 5%, but they get caught up in them teachings. And it's like, if something that they're learning sounds contradictory to the lessons, they automatically shun it. And it's like, no, it might sound contradictory, but but you might need to use more of a fine-tooth comb to dig through it and find a resemblance that it has to the lessons. Because a lot of cats be like, oh no, I ain't rocking with that, because that's like I was telling the cats, they was like, oh man, the black woman is not God, she the earth. I'm like, look man, the word God has a counterpart, goddess. I understand that what you're saying about the black woman not being God. No, she's a goddess. If we want to use the terms gods and God, the term God, the term God has a counterpart. You know what I'm saying? And I hit him with this. I was like, look, you have a masculine and a feminine aspect of you. So when you say that the black woman is just the earth, you're reducing her to just a physical, because the earth corresponds to the physical physicality, basically. So you just say that she's just the earth and not a god. To me, I don't think they understood what they were saying, but to me it was coming out like saying she's not divine. It's like, oh no, brother. If she's not divine, you are half a god, because you're half masculine, half feminine. You know what I'm saying? You have to get in touch with your sacred feminine side to even start computing this type of information. You know what I'm saying? Because your feminine side is the receptive side of you, and you receive information from the cosmos as well as the stuff you read in front of you. But in order to receive them transmissions from the stars, you know what I'm saying, you have to be in tune with your sacred feminine. That's why women are always, that's why you always see women as the witches, or they're always more magical, because they're predominantly feminine and predominantly receptive. Men are predominantly masculine. Masculinity is the active part of you. That's the part of you that's doing what I'm doing now, that teaches or talks or gives off, emits. You know what I'm saying? The feminine part of you is the part that receives, silence, quiet. You know what I'm saying? In order to learn, you have to tap into your feminine, be quiet, and receive. And I notice with a lot of brothers, they have a problem doing that, because you try to talk to them and you'll be talking to the subject that they know goddamn well you know more on, but instead of sitting there and listening, they steady trying to cut you off and over talk you. You know what I'm saying? Or even when they're not talking, you're talking to them and they're not even listening to what you're saying, because they got chatter going on in their mind. Their masculine part is still going on in their mind, and they're chattering, or they're looking for something to debate what you're saying. They blocking what you're saying now, and they looking for their rebuttal while you talking. They're not receiving information and trying to digest it and seeing and look for the resemblance between what you're saying and what they think, if it is anything, which it always is for the most part, damn near. But they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They trying to form their rebuttal in their head. They're like, oh, fuck what he talking about. Let me see, I can come back. Because it's about ego to niggas. it ain't about learning. It's about showing niggas up. We got this mentality of trying to show niggas up. So it's like, instead of me, I'm the type of nigga, if I'm saying something I got to believe, or I know something, or I believe something, and a nigga was like, nah, man, it ain't true, I'm gonna give him the opportunity to prove that it's not true. And if I come to the conclusion in my heart of hearts that what he's saying is right and what I was thinking was wrong, take my motherfucking hat off. I ain't taking this motherfucker out right now though, because I'm looking rough. But I'm gonna take my hat off, man. This shit ain't about, this shit is about actually learning. It's not about learning information to go and debate a nigga and you know what I'm saying? Now, I'll mop the floor with a nigga if he challenged me and, you know, as if like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because you know when I'm speaking on some shit, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't do too much elaborating. If I don't, if I'm speculating, I'll say, man, I'm speculating. But if I know some shit, I'm gonna tell you, man, I know this is what it is, and I'm gonna bust your head every time. I'm gonna bust your head. I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather style on them niggas. So back to the Pac thing, man. Go listen to that last interview though, man, because he was like, yeah, the 5%. And I said, damn. And, you know, we got another parallel too. His middle name is Amaru, which means shining serpent. My first name is Samuel. That means serpent too. And it's not snake in the sense of evil, because snake doesn't necessarily equate to evil. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to look at a snake as evil. You could say a belly crawler is evil because the snake alludes to your kundalini energy. When your kundalini energy or your consciousness is stuck, coiled up in your lower nature, then you're of a selfish personal nature. Because your root, when it's coiled up in your root chakra at the base of your spine, that's the part of you that's selfish. It only deals with the personal part of you. It's not dealing with the part of you that understands that everything is connected. So when your consciousness is stuck down there, the only thing you're dealing with is what makes you feel good at the expense of others or not. So it's like, I want that. I'm going to take that so I can gratify what I want without considering that person right there, that belongs to that person or whatever. Because when you have a sense of oneness, you come to the understanding that we are one. And if I hurt you, I'm going to hurt myself in some form or fashion. When you become cold to that, then that's when you're the devil. That's when you become evil in the sense that we use the word in. When you don't have the understanding that, when you don't feel connected to the rest of the world, you become a liability to the world. Because at any given time, you will violate the peace of mind of somebody else for personal gain. You know what I'm saying? And that's when when people that move like that, they kundalini energy. Kundalini means the coiled serpent. When it's coiled at the base of your spine and it's not raised up, it doesn't raise up to the top of your pineal gland or to hit your third eye and connect you to the point, or bring your consciousness to the point where you're connected to everything, or you're conscious of the connection, or your connection to everything. Like I said, you're a liability. You know what I'm saying? At any given moment, you can do something that will jeopardize or compromise somebody else's peace of mind or sanity for your own personal gain. You know what I'm saying? When it's coiled and on its belly, beneath your stomach, or in the base of your spine, coiled up. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's a belly crawler. When it rises up, when you see the snake coming out of the uraeus, or the snake coming out of the forehead of the Egyptian kings, that's the snake raised up, coming out your third eye. You know what I'm saying? Representing you've raised your consciousness up. You know what I'm saying? Because the kundalini, that's what it is. It's basically your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to necessarily call it your soul. You just say it's an aspect of your soul. It's your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? That's where the whole serpent thing comes from. You know what I'm saying? And it refers back to America. When you look at Pac's name is, we are America. You know what I'm saying? The black man is America. Amaru means shining serpent. If you add the CA to it, the CA, the Ka, one of the things that the word Ka in Kemet refers to is you have two Kas. You have your physical Ka and you got your spiritual Ka. Your physical Ka is your physical body. You know what I'm saying? The Ka sign, what they had you niggas doing when y'all was doing the hands up shit, that was a ritual. They had you niggas doing this, and y'all was drawing down some fucked up energy. This is the why. a Y, the letter Y is a cup. It's a grill. It corresponds to your spine. Your spine goes up to a straight line, and you got two hemispheres of the brain. You got the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. Then in the middle, you got the pineal gland, which is your antenna. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Holy Grail is. The Holy Grail is a cup. You are the Holy Grail. You know what I'm saying? You are the goddamn chalice that draws down heavenly information from the stars through that antenna. The heavenly information would be like nectar or beer falling from the sky into your cup when you're receptive, when you're dealing with the feminine aspect of you, and you can draw this shit down into your pineal gland, into your whole being or whatever. So when I had y'all niggas doing this is a symbol for drawing energy down. You can pull energy down, but if you're walking around like this, but you doing it because you're trying to keep some motherfuckers from killing you, and you're scared and you're fear, the energy you drawing down, you're taking it because you're drawing it down from the cosmos, but you're bringing it to a physical vessel that's full of fear, and then they take the energy and use you to do whatever the fuck they direct you to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have you thinking, they'll create something over here to make you think that this is helping you, and all this energy you drawing down, you going over here and doing what they got you thinking that's helping you, when really this shit is hurting you, or it's doing something that's better in their agenda. And you drawing down the energy like this in the middle of the goddamn dog days, when the star series, which is the star system where this solar system comes from, is emitting, is closer to the planet Earth and emitting all these, all what could be beneficial transmissions if people would direct their energy, or direct that energy that's coming from the cosmos into a more productive activity, or activity that was more productive in regards to black people, or in regards to the planet period. You know what I'm saying? So the Ka, you know what I'm saying? The Ka is the physical body. Your physical body absorbs spiritual information. It's your earth. Your physical body is an earth. You know what I'm saying? You have a solar system inside you. You have a whole universe inside you. Your physical body is earth. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call it female earth in regards to earth. You know what I'm saying? And why, just like the earth spins on a pole, and the earth is your physical body is the feminine part of you. You know what I'm saying? It's feminine because it's passive, and it's of a lower vibration. There's no disrespect to the woman, but when you look at a thermometer, you have a positive and you have a negative. The positive is the higher the temperature of let's just say water, the molecules move faster. The higher the temperature. The lower the temperature, the molecules move faster, more slower, and they're more passive. And by them being more passive, they're moving less and they're becoming more fixated. You know what I'm saying? And the more fixated they become, the more solid they become. That's why ice is solid, because ice is water where the molecules are moving slower and more fixated, and they become solid. Just like your soul was once steam, your soul could be looked upon as steam that lowered in vibration into a physical state. The vibration of your soul, or the spiritual aspect of us, fell. And as the vibration fell, we became more and more physical. And when we became a physical body, we still had an essence of us that was that steam or ethereal, but it went inside of the physical to sleep, leaving this physical body that we have to be a distraction to our consciousness, making us think that everything that exists is only physical. You know what I'm saying? And we paying no attention or not cultivating the inner self. So your spine, just like the earth has a pole that runs through the middle of it, that's why you got the north and the south pole. Your physical body has a pole, which is your spine. Now, strippers, there's something about y'all. One, the most powerful thing in the world is a butt naked woman. Yeah. Documented too. We're gonna get into it one day. And it's funny because what does the black woman do, or any woman in general, but we just, what does the black woman do at the strip club? She spins around on a pole, just like the earth spins around on a pole. And it dances. The earth goes back and forth. It rocks back and forth in its orbit on its axis. I'm not gonna be giving y'all niggas all my little secrets I be coming up with. You know what I'm saying? The power, the woman being the most powerful thing. I read that somewhere, but the earth spinning on the axis being compared to the black woman spinning on the pole. I came up with that on my own. I'm a rapper. We do these type of things. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But back to the Pac thing. You know what I'm saying? So his name is Amaru. If you put the Ka on it, it's the shining serpent and the snake. And what I just tell you, the Kundalini energy is the shining serpent that is what? Within your physical body, within your physical earth. America means shining serpent. This is the land of the shining serpent. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. Ka, you can take the word Ka as land, and Amaru being shining serpent, it's the land of the shining serpent. Just like your physical body is the land of the shining serpent, because it's the physical body where the shining serpent dwells. You know what I'm saying? That's why America is the hot spot right now. You know what I'm saying? This is where the Kundalini energy is most active, because the earth has a Kundalini energy too. You know what I'm saying? And at certain points, at certain times of the throughout history, the Kundalini energy is active, more active in certain parts of the world, and that's why we are the melting pot over here. And we have all this, that's why everybody started rushing over here to America. You know what I'm saying? It was prophesied that America would come and be this quote unquote great nation. You know what I'm saying? And people from all over. This is the West. African outlet is East. You know what I'm saying? Even in Kemetic science, Kemetic mythology was prophesied that that Mayat would be established in the West. Mayat is justice. You know what I'm saying? Justice, reciprocity, a few other things, but justice. And that's what that whole picture of that, the picture I have on Instagram, where you have the people look at it. You can see the pumpkin too. You can look at it both. On one hand, it's a pumpkin, but if you look closer and look at it from a different angle, it's a judge. It's a woman with some afro puffs, a red face, and a black robe on. It's a judge. You know what I'm saying? And I am one of the deities, or one of the netters that predominates my psychology is Osiris, and Osiris is the judge. He's a judge. He's a god of justice. You know what I'm saying? That's who you're going to see in the underworld when it's time to weigh your soul on them scales, those same scales that the Statue of Liberty is holding. You know what I'm saying? Symbolizing justice. And and it's not a man you're gonna literally see that symbolism, and I'll break that down at another time, but it's a symbolism. It's basically you go and get your heart weighed, and basically the weighing of the heart is seeing how much you are invested in this physical world. The heavier your heart is, just like I was saying, the more lower the vibration, the more dense and heavier your heart is, the more that you invest your consciousness into this physical world, the more you run the risk of coming back to this physical world. It's not about heaven and hell. This is about escaping the realms, escaping the circles of time, and getting out of this physical matrix. But if your consciousness or your soul only knows this physical world, and on top of that, it's scared to leave here, and this is all it can compute, and it can't compute the underworld, the inner world, the spiritual world. If it's not conscious of the spiritual world, or conscious that that this is an illusion around us, then when they weigh your heart, which is not going to be it's not an actual weighing of the heart when you die. It's either it or you're not. It's basically when you pass. If your soul is not of the understanding of these things I'm telling you right now, you just automatically come back and you do it over again. It's just like flunking the 4th grade and having to do it over again. You know what I'm saying? But if you come into the understanding of these things that I'm teaching as well as others is teaching, or I'm about to start teaching, you know what I'm saying? Which is putting the spiritual world over the physical world, not denying or turning your back totally to the physical world, but paying 10% tithes basically means it's not about no damn money. It's really about paying 10% of your attention to the physical world and the rest to the spiritual. And I'm not saying, and I know that sounds extreme, it sounds extreme because you think 10%, in comparison to 90, you would think you have to be sitting in a goddamn room all day, meditating and shit like a monk. Some people do that. If that work for you, that's cool, but you don't necessarily have to do that. And it's better. I advise you not to. I advise you to have a mentality of knowing what I'm telling you, but going out to the world and still living a regular life and being, because when you live a regular life, you learn more. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to learn. The more and more you learn, the more mysteries you unlock. And the more mysteries you unlock, the more these mysteries help you to understand that this is an illusion and that this is not, this world is not your home. You just passing through. You know what I'm saying? So even with the Apollo thing, Apollo Creed, that's why they in the movie Rocky, that's why he had the whole American thing going on, because they know that the black man is America. That word, it even goes back in the Kemet, the Amaraka, O-M-A-R-C-A. You know, it's a different variation of it, but that's why he come out, living in there. And that was a ritual, man. Columbus Short. Oh, let me see how much time we got. Okay, Columbus Short. I seen him do he was doing a interview for like ETV or something, and he was talking about this movie he was about to do, and the movie was like based off, I think, on Rocky Marciano or something like that, and he was playing Apollo Creed in the movie. And Apollo Creed, that's the creed of Apollo. You know what I'm saying? Creed means order. Apollo is just another form of Osiris. You know what I'm saying? The father of Heru. And Adonis is Heru. Adonis is another version of Heru. That's why they came out with the Adonis movie, where the son of Apollo, was the boxer coming to avenge the father, which was a bullshit movie because they killed Adonis, and they didn't kill him, but he didn't win. He was supposed to triumph in that movie because Heru comes back to avenge the father. So he came back, but he lost the goddamn fight at the end of the movie. I'm still waiting for a sequel to that shit where they fix that shit up, because that was some bullshit. But yeah, man, that was a ritual. They was shooting at Muhammad Ali with that, because I didn't know Apollo Creed character was based on Muhammad Ali. Now, according to Columbus Short, he said he was playing Apollo Creed in this Rocky Marciano movie. I think it was a Rocky Marciano. It was something to do with Rocky. So he was like, yeah, because he was like, yeah, because Apollo Creed was based off of Muhammad Ali. So I was like, well, hold the fuck up. How the hell is Apollo Creed based on Muhammad Ali? And Apollo Creed dies, and Muhammad Ali is alive, where he was. Peace be upon Muhammad Ali's name. But I'm like, how the fuck is? And I know how they do in Hollywood with these rituals. I said, oh, they was trying to kill him they was trying to destroy his image, or destroy him altogether, or get whatever the fuck they thought they can get out of this shit through having this figure, Apollo, which is the Osirian, Apollo, which is the Greek version of Osiris. And even when you go back to Muhammad Ali is an Osirian figure, because Asar, one of the things he's known for, associated with, is poems. What Muhammad Ali used to do, he used to rhyme. I forgot who that was. He was, I think it was Joe Frazier or somebody. He was like, yeah, blah, 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 he ugly. He ain't gonna write no poems. You know what I'm saying? He said the shit. So, and then when Apollo and Osiris is, the patron, him and Isis are both patrons of music. That's why Apollo came out to the music, living in America and dancing and shit. Which, when you pay attention, when you go to Adonis, that's in the movie Adonis. That's why when they at the gym, that's why them niggas is like, no singing, no dancing. It was funny because before I seen that movie, I watched Rocky like a week before I went and seen Adonis. And that's when it clicked to me that time when I watched it that time, because I was like, I'm looking at this nigga coming to the ring and he's dancing and shit. And before the goddamn fight started, he's sweating. So, like I told you, I'm a thinker. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, this nigga's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck? You done burn all this energy singing and dancing, but that's what niggas do. When it's time to fight, niggas be singing and dancing, getting their ass beat to death. But you know, when I noticed the sweat when he came to the ring, I said, man, this nigga already done burnt energy. You fighting this goddamn quote unquote machine ass Russian, and you done already burnt energy before you even got to the ring with all this singing and dancing and shit. Cause you sweating. You done already put yourself at a fucking disadvantage. And then you get in the ring and, you know, that shit was, you know, I didn't even, that time, you know, I always watch that movie all the way, but that one time, before I went and seen Adonis, for some reason, that one time when he, I watched that movie, I couldn't watch when he died. I actually changed the channel and shit. I was like, nah, I didn't want to see that shit. I don't know why, I ain't seen that shit millions of times, but for some reason, on this occasion, I was like, I changed the channel, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to, but I think it's because at that point I had, shout out to Bobby Hemmett, through a lot of his videos, I had come to the understanding of how they use these movies as rituals. So I think subconsciously, like, cause you know, that's why they kill a black man in every movie and shit. It's like to have a subconscious effect on niggas. So I think all those things I learned from Bobby Hemmett, like, was a reverse that. So it was like when I saw that scene coming, and it's not like I was like, oh, Bobby Hemmett said don't watch this. So it was like, nah, it was like subconscious. I was just like, nah, I don't want to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I changed the channel and shit. And you know, so you know, that's the type of shit you gotta look out for too, man, in these movies. Like, you know, these movies be all kind of little subliminal messages and subliminal. Sometimes it'll be a whole scene where that's based on mythology, and let's just say they might take some mythology where that symbolizes the rise of the black man or something like that. Let's just hypothetically speak. They'll take that mythology, remix it into whatever form of movie they doing, but they'll reverse it. So whatever happens that allows the black man, or what symbolizes the black man via the mythology to raise up, in the movie they'll reverse it and have it to where that doesn't happen and the nigga dies or something. And this would be the reverse show mentality, or to keep you in a state of fucking yourself out or fucking each other out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Us killing each other and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all excuse me, I'm trying to rush through this shit because I don't know when this camera gonna cut off, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got that much time on it. But yeah, man, so that was that with that there, man, with the whole Apollo thing. But that's why he wore the red, white, and blue and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then to start serious, like, really right now, you know what I'm saying? Around this time of the year, that's the star of the East, you know what I'm saying? You got, when they say the three wise men looked at a star to see the star announced the coming of Christ, that's the three stars on Orion's belt. Then you have the star Sirius. You got the three stars, then you got the star Sirius, and then let's see if I can draw it for y'all real quick. 1, 2, 3, star Sirius. So these would be the three stars that the three wise men symbolize. This would be the star Sirius, and this would be the sun. These three, looking at the sun, and the sun, I mean, these three following the star Sirius, all four of those pointing to the point in the horizon where the sun is rising. So when the sun rises on Christmas, it rises up right beneath, it comes up over the horizon that sits right beneath the star Sirius in the sky, and the three wise men, or the three stars around his belt. You know what I'm saying? But that star, it shines a lot of different colors, like, and you can see it on my Instagram page. You go look at that, the little rap shit I did with when I got the white bandana and shit on. When it's rising up for the summer solstice, around the summer solstice and marking the beginning of the dog days, it glows more of a red and green color. But I noticed when the fall come and winter is on its way, and it's more so in the southern sky, I notice it looks like it's glowing a red, white, and blue color. And that's why you got the color of the flag, red, white, and blue with the stars on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's all that's all I want to kick for y'all right now, man. I gotta get back to the whole Messiah story and shit. Get back to working on that, man. I'm not even working on it, just figuring out what key points I want to bring up, because I can't tell y'all everything. I gotta put some of this shit in the book, you know what I'm saying? So you just consider this shit the movie before the movie, and then you have the book, which is always better than the movie. Then you had a real big screen movie when a nigga finally put all that shit together, put it on the screen, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit is theatrical, like my life is. That's why I named myself that, like, because I just reflected on my life. And people out, one reason why is because, I guess it's because of my energy, man. That Christ energy that radiated up out of me, man. All my life, I always been like a standout dude, and people either love me or hate me, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love, a lot of majority of my life, but got a lot of hate due to the love that other people show me. And but I even, you know, years, you know, I always have shit like people will walk up to me like, man, who are you? Are you a celebrity or something? You know, and this is before the Instagram shit and all that. If you want to count that as a celebrity or whatever, but I know that page is doing some shit, because I be outside now and motherfuckers be like, hey, that's the guy from, you know, so it's my shit say 1,000, but it's more than 1,000 motherfucking followers or 1,000 people looking into my shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's all good, you know, but yeah, man, but that's why I named myself that, man, because, you know, the way all this shit, and you'll see when I actually tell a story and shit, the way this shit just was lining up, man, and all these things that happened in my life, the shit is just, it's theatrical, you know what I'm saying? That's why I named myself that. It's like, damn, this shit, I can't believe this shit, you know? Maybe, you know, like I said, I've been conscious of it, but I think after I do this video and I actually sit back and watch it myself, I probably like, you know, it probably really just fucked me up. Not fucked me up in a bad way, but like, you know, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a arrogant nigga. I'm not a braggart. You know, all my bragging shit, man, really, you know, I pop shit on Instagram and shit in the captions or whatever, but, in all actuality, man, I save all my braggadocious shit for the booth and rapping. You know, that's why I filter my ego out of it. I'm not an egotistical nigga, in quote unquote real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an egotistical nigga, period. You know what I'm saying? But everybody gotta have an ego. But the ego is what keeps you locked down in this motherfucker. The ego is a part of you that makes you believe that all this shit is real. Makes you believe that you the only fly nigga walking around here. You know what I'm saying? I never think that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you don't have enough ego, and that's one of the reasons why I've been flexing a little bit. I've been putting my ego through an exercise, because, you know, all my life, that's why it was so easy for me to get all this information, because my ego always been shut down to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people will take your ego is the part of you that fights for you and shit. And oh man, I knew it. Hold on. Fuck. Bitch ass. Yeah, man. You know, I felt the fucking My nose just don't let me be great, man. I don't know. But what was I talking about? Oh, the ego and shit. Yeah, man. I pretty much just save all my little braggadocious, egotistical shit for the booth, cause that's where it belongs to me. You know what I'm saying? That's rapping. You know what I'm saying? Get on the mic and saying how you the fucking freshest nigga. You know, it's different types of rap, you know what I'm saying? But I'm from that era. I'm from that category of I'm a better rapper than all you niggas. And I'm trying to prove it to everybody. Everybody not gonna agree, but